think they just really brought me here to say goodbye, and you're all doing a great job. Keep up the good work. We'll see you in a few years as we round a corner or two. But it has been a pleasure to hold the position that I've had for the last almost 7 years, 6 3/4 just about. And one of the first things that I found out about the town when I first came in was how many committed and interested volunteers there were, and how many great organizations and boards and commissions and volunteer efforts there were. I think the first event that I ended up going to was the Winton Club Jamboree over at Mara Auditorium. Got to see their stage performance, and was so impressed about the fact that what they were really there doing, practicing in town hall for about 2 months and then putting on the performance that they did, was really there to raise money for Winchester Hospital. Then of course there were events like ENCA, and I see Kathy Alexander. I ended up going to a performance over at the McCall Auditorium, and so on and so on. And then eventually, bumped into a group called the Winchester Multicultural Network, and was very impressed with the level of commitment from their board members, their determination to make sure that, although Winchester seems maybe from the outside very homogeneous, the profile is one that almost any community in the United States would be envious enough to want and have. Very successful people, households are very stable, tremendous participation in the school system, very low crime rate, all the kinds of things that I think any community that would consider itself to be a healthy community would strive for, indicators that they would want to see and be able to maybe show, or at least have be imparted to the outside world. But the Multicultural Network understood that its mission was to make sure that the community was welcoming to anyone of any particular background, any particular race or religion or affiliation. And for the entire time that I've been here, they've been a kind of constant drumbeat around that message. Have had many events that I think have exposed Winchester residents to the fact that although on the surface and maybe actually all signs are good, it's a robust and healthy and successful community that there's always room to strive for a little bit more. And then as well as the network, I obviously became exposed to the Jenks facility and the work that was done in here. The guy that I'll introduce next is Philip, who's doing a great job running this facility. But this is another reservoir of letting people know who may be in the later years of their life, may not feel as though they're participating as much as they were, that there's a venue for them to be able to come to, socialize in, feel comfortable in, meet either old friends or new friends in. And so the Jenks, to me, has been another kind of location and entity that has sent out the right message to the outside world. That no matter what your particular station is, no matter what kind of career you've had, if you are now in some point of life where coming down and playing bridge, coming down and getting a meal, coming down and socializing in some way, you need transportation to a doctor's appointment, whatever it might be. The Jenks has been kind of that fallback organization for many people who find itself in a situation where they may be alone at home or just not as active as they used to be. So I think that the community for the years that I've been here has been full of all kinds of examples of volunteers who are committed to make sure that there's all of that extra warmth and welcomingness to the outside world for Winchester. I think the community is in great shape that way. I know the network will continue to kind of take the lead on making sure entities like the Town Common, which I think is a great idea, where everybody's participating a little bit and you're kind of cross-pollinizing ideas and information and comparing what's going on right. To me, a person like Lisa Wong, who's coming into the position behind me, will find it to be as welcoming, as energetic, as invigorating, and as challenging as I did to be able to keep up with it all. So it's been a total pleasure to have been here, to absorbed a little bit of it, to participate in some of it, maybe to kind of push a little bit of it along here and there wherever I could. The one good thing I can tell you that I was happy to be involved in was actually the selection of Philip, who I'm going to introduce. Yeah.